Hey, what is up, y'all? It is Diamond Leveled Up, also known as Real Black Diamond, coming to you with another video on Bohemian box braids. Look at me slaying. This is the finished result. Yeah, so let's get started. So what I'm showing you here is the natural hair that I used. It was about 16 inches. It doesn't look that long. And I used about 14 inches for the braiding hair. The natural hair looks a little bit longer because it's straight, where the braiding hair looked a little bit longer because it's straight, but the natural hair is a little curlier due to it being curly. Anyway, so as you can see here, I'm just combing out the end, that straight tip end where the bundle starts, and then just taking out a little piece of hair of that natural hair. And then this is me kind of combing through the braiding hair so that, yeah, it's all situated, and I'm fighting with it, of course. Just know that if you're gonna do your own hair, just be ready to fight with some hair, because especially if you're adding hair in like I'm doing today. This was around the size that I used for the braiding hair. So also, if you're gonna do your own hair, I recommend you getting this wooden hair holder thingy. It's on Amazon, I think, for like $20, but half one side was braiding hair, half the other was the natural hair. And again, this is just another look at the natural hair. I used jam, just some hair jam, of course, so that I could get those edges and get the parts all right. And then of course the last thing you probably would want, I didn't say the rat tooth comb and brush, but also I had a mirror behind me because I thought it was super helpful with parting and just being able to get straight lines in the back. So FYI, but here I'm going straight in. I already did the bottom half of my head, and so now I'm going in and I created a new row already. And I usually use that jam to get my parts really straight looking. And I like the brick effect where there's a line that's in between the two lines, so it doesn't look like it's on top of each other and has to be so straight and narrow. It's a little bit more room for error. So I made my part. I'm just gonna clip that hair to the side and show you guys how I get the braid going. It does take a lot of patience to do your own hair, guys, so I hope that I encourage you guys and inspire you guys to do it, because I've saved so much money doing it myself. And if you can figure out a way to just have enough patience with yourself and give yourself enough room for trial and error, then I think you could be really successful at it. But anyway, here I am starting the braid. And usually you have to start off with 3 pieces. So I'm dividing that piece of hair into 3 pieces, and I'm kind of already starting to braid it. And you have to find whatever hand position is best for you. But I grab my braiding hair and then I get a good grip so I can add it in and hold and grip at the same time as I'm adding that hair in. It really is something you just have to practice. That's not something that I could really explain very well without you trying it and seeing what feels good. Because if you know how to braid, then you should be able to just do it, but you've got to find the best hand position for you. So as you can see, my arm is like going all the way around my head because that's a comfortable position for me. And at this point, I've added in 3 pieces of hair. I start off with 3 pieces of the braiding hair just to get the braid going. And of course, making it knotless. So I'm adding the hair kind of like underneath so that it's not like a bulky knot at the top of my root of the hair. And so now I'm going to throw in some of the natural hair, and I'm just going to add it in like I would any other piece. I'm kind of like trying to figure out my best way of adding it in and it feels well. Okay, good. So I added it in from the back. And you kind of want to keep your eye on it. I braid down the curly hair a little bit first, because otherwise, if you don't braid it down and you just take the hair out like how I'm doing now, I'm holding it with my lips. If you take the hair out early, then it's more bound to slip. I mean, of course you want to braid tight, but you don't want it to slip. So I want to braid down both sides. And here I am already going in with the second piece. So I am finding that curly piece again, pulling that out, holding on to it so that I'm not getting it all discombobulated, because you can get discombobulated very easy doing this, especially doing it on your own, guys. Kudos, shout out to all the women who just be doing their own thing. Here I am going in with a number 3 piece, and then just adding that in, braiding down both sides just a little bit until I feel like it's secure, then pulling it back out. And that just makes it really full. You don't have to do 3 pieces like how I'm doing, but for me, it was key for the fullness and the fluffiness. And at the very bottom of the hair, I'm actually closing the hair out with a curly piece as well. And I don't want it to kind of come to a blunt stop. I want the ends to be curly as well. So I'm actually going to add a curly piece to the end. So yeah, and this braid itself, I added 4 curly pieces that are actually going to come out, and then 1 at the end. So this was a 5 curly hair piece, which I didn't do that for every one. I'm letting go of the curly hair. I'll show you guys in a second, but at this point I'm just trying to make it look like a natural end, like not a blunt end with the, you know, the straight hair, because it kind of comes to a blunt stop. So I'm trying to blend in the curly hair, and this is where it gets kind of tricky, because you want it to stay and not, like, if say you were to tug on it, it's not going to come loose. So you have to make sure it's tight when you're doing it, and make sure that it's really braided all the way through so it doesn't unravel, and so you just don't have pieces of hair coming off. But yeah, so this is kind of like a side view, so you can see all of those hairs that are coming out, and that's what makes it the Bohemian style, goddess style. And look how cute that is. It just makes the braid so much more fuller and natural looking. Okay, so I made some progress and kind of did that midsection range, which is really the most annoying part. I'm like, want to either be doing the very back or the top, because those are the easiest parts to get to. Everything else in the middle is hard. So I'm probably going to fast forward through some of this parting, because I'm just creating some new rows here, and yeah. I'm at a place of just me being extra discombobulated. All right, yeah. Let's get that line straight, girl. Okay, so I'm here again, and I got a little square cut out. Got a little section, y'all. That's what I'm showing y'all right now. I'm making some progress. At this point, you know what I mean? I'm annoyed, but it's okay, because I know that it's all for a greater cause, and I'm adding that gel on with a greater mission in hand. You guys have to stay motivated when you're doing this alone. Like, it's not for the weak. I'm gonna tell you that. It is not for the weak. So I'm rubbing that braid on up, getting it ready. I'm going to show you a closer look this time so you can actually see what the heck is going on. So I'm parting the 3 pieces again. Boom, boom. Now I'm getting a good little grip there, holding the pieces how it feels comfortable. Then I'm ready to go ahead and I like to add my first piece in like kind of close to the top because I want it to blend well. So boom, boom, boom. I got my little 2 pointy fingers and I'm adding them right in. You see how I'm just not letting go of that grip. I'm really just braiding it in as thoroughly as I can. I did a couple swooshes. Now I'm ready for my second hair. Add that little bad boy in there. Ain't nothing but a thing, man. You just get used to it. The third piece is ready to go. Put that bad boy in. Ain't nothing but a thing, y'all. I probably at this point had approximately maybe 2-3 bathroom breaks, about 5 snack breaks. You gotta take breaks. That's another key. Okay, so I'm coming in with the natural hair. Okay, nice little thickum piece there. And again, I have to braid down both sides. Now I feel like I'm kind of doing something weird with my hands, but don't mind me, guys. I'm trying to not confuse myself, but I think I am. You know what? I could take this out, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna show y'all because this is real life, okay? Yeah, you just gotta, you approach bumps in the road, but you just keep on going. You know what I'm saying? You just keep pushing. I braided it down a bit. Now I'm just continuing to do the thizzle, adding more of that product in there. You definitely want to keep adding your jam so that your hair just stays slick all the way down, and especially parts where you know it's a little frizzier or there's a little bit more like of your texture hair coming through and you want to slick it down. Definitely add that jam. That's a lifesaver for sure. Okay, and at this point I'm on a roll. I'm adding 3 pieces in already, and I kind of just wanted it to be even so I had enough to braid on the other side. So I moved that hair down and kept it pushing. This isn't something that you can just do and it just be effortless. You definitely need to put a good amount of effort into it for it to be looking nice. You can't, it's just going to take practice. And the whole entire time I had Netflix up right by my side. That's what I was looking over at sometimes, just looking and watching my shows. You have to keep yourself entertained. Maybe a podcast or a movie or a show or whatever. And I'm approaching the end of the braid, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my little end piece. Yeah, that's me doing math right there in my head. Calculations, literally. Are we doing different things at the bottom to keep it together? Like just splitting pieces apart, then rebuilding the pieces by splitting other pieces. Like I just want to make sure all the pieces are the same size. Sometimes they're different sizes, so I'll split other pieces to make them come together so that they're all the same size as they go down. Stuff like that, just to also secure the bottom as well, even though I am going to dip these in hot water in the end. So that's me just kind of speeding things on up, y'all, because guess what, y'all can't stay here for 16 hours, which is how long it took me to do this, give or take a few hours actually, because of the breaks that I took, and definitely didn't do it in one day. Had to, I think, start at like 2 p.m. on Saturday, and I think I ended around the same time the next day. So here I am at the top, guys. I'm probably about 3 more braids to go. Look at the rest of the hair as it has transformed, and it looks so cute, so full. You can see all the Bohemian, curls popping right now, and I'm so excited. You can see the thrill in my face, and I'm just kidding, you can't, but you can kind of tell that I'm at a point of like hysteria, and also just ready to be effing done, because why am I still standing here? Definitely need comfy shoes, definitely need a comfortable mat. This is me going through it quickly because I ain't got time to repeat what has been going on throughout this video. But honestly, I was really happy and just proud of how this came out, guys. This was the finished look. And one of the important things to do after you've done this is just make sure you keep those that scalp moisturized and with oil. And so I added some hair growth oil to my scalp, so that way it wasn't dry, and just wanted to make sure everything was very, very moisturized. And and I kind of pulled on the hair a little bit to pull out any like stray hairs that wanted to try to get in my way. But it looks so cute. It looks so I've had it for a while too, this style, and I've loved how it just transforms, and I can refresh it. You definitely want to every so often just comb through the natural hair so that it just stays refreshed. Okay, so I blew dry it, and then this was the final look, guys. This was just me on a normal day. This was me working from home, looking all cute after I've worn it a few weeks probably at this point, actually. Still looks so good. And then I wore this to a Drake concert. Look at me with the half up. Such a cute little vibe. I was really feeling myself, okay, as I should. Look, the lights came on, still cute, still serving. Then this was just a double ponytail look that I had. I went to a poetry slam. Thank you guys so much for watching.